Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this vlog, it's about how to become a virtual assistant or VA. By the way, before I start, if you ask me if how many years that I've been working as a virtual assistant, actually I've been working as a virtual assistant for almost 5 years. This coming September 2020, September 22, magiging 5 years na ako. So yeah, and this client, this client, pinakamatagal ko na client is from Australia. Magpo 4 years na ako this September din. Yes. Tapos sa US later, so that's why before I start to work it later at 8 p.m. By the way, late my night client is actually a US and my morning is EU, Australia client. So I just prepared this because I just wanted to help you. If you are aspiring a virtual assistant, I just wanted to help you on how you get a client. By the way, disclaimer before anything, I present you my presentation. This is actually my personal only personal knowledge, experience, every pieces of information that I will be sharing, it's actually on my own. So yeah, disclaimer. And so yeah, let's get started. And by the way, I prepared only 7 slides. So there's no reason na hindi mo to tapusin. And I hope matapos mo ng video, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel and of course, to like this video. Thank you so much. Okay, first, this is my first slide. The second slide, we proceed to the context of this presentation. Okay. There are actually five essential skills that I could consider that you will need to prepare in order for you to become a virtual assistant, in order for you to find a client. This is the five skills that I think that it will be useful or have sa paghanap po ng client. So first, yeah, essential skills is actually your communications. You know what before may struggle ko sa talaga yung communication skills ko. 'Di ba? I'm really introvert tapos ang hirap kong express. Alala ko talaga, natatawa na lang ako 'pag naalala ko during my first onboarding ni client, natatawa na lang talaga ako. So that's why, I'm gonna share with you na kailangan mo siyang improve yung communication skills mo. And yes, and so your communication skills, I'm gonna read the definitions. Clear writing and speaking skills, both writing and speaking. Ensure smooth client interactions via emails, calls, or messaging platforms. Yeah, sorry for the typo error. By the way, my niche is I've been working in finance. Yes, I graduated Bachelor of Science in Accounting Technology and also a Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. And also I have actually have a low units. However, when I stopped, I just second year regular student. So for some reason I stopped because busy din, maraming clients, kailangan pina-prioritize pa ako. Since 27 pa lang ako, 27 years old, I decided na pwede ko munang i-postpone yung dream ko to become a lawyer. So anyway, going back to my presentation, communication skills, this is really one of the most important na kailangan mo siyang matutunan. Sorry. Kailangan mo siyang matutunan. Hold on, please. Nag-automatic click siya. Give me a sec. Sorry. Communication skills, ito yung kailangan mong matutunan. Why? Both writing and speaking actually. Kasi in finance, every day you receive numerous emails from suppliers, different types of different suppliers, disputes, inquiries, invoices. You will encounter numerous emails every day, and that's what I really struggled. I'm so overwhelmed the task, stressed the task because in finance really matrabaho talaga siya. Yes. And second, tech proficiency. So this, sorry, we're going to number two first. Okay, sorry. I apologize. Number two is time management. So, for me, in my personal experience, is every weekly, my every weekly kailangan may tinatapos ko na task. Tapos kasi sa finance, may closing, eh, may every month yung closing. So in order not for me not to overwhelm, kailangan ko maano yung deadline, ma-meet ko yung deadline ni client. Is kailangan everyday mag-ano ako, na kailangan everyday yung objective ko is kailangan matapos siya. Lahat yung mga task na kailangan ko. Kasi para the following day is iba naman, 'di ba? So yeah, time management always mong i-ensure, kailangan mong matutunan kung paano mo i-time management. Prioritizing tasks and meeting deadlines is critical for handling multiple clients efficiency. Since sa akin nga, yung pinakamarami kong client na is usually sa US, pero hindi ako nagtatagal. Yung pinakamatagal ko na US clients is 9 months. Ano ako doon, first is billing specialist, tapos nag-change position, same company. Tapos inassign nila ako sa AP coordinator, and tapos AP coordinator is I think accounts. Yeah, sa accounts, if I'm not mistaken. Basta tatlo yung role ko doon sa the span of 9 months. So yun lang, time management talaga. You know what, if para maano mo si client, if in case makahanap ka ng client, para ma-set mo yung, kasi yung client magiging happy siya if you are really matatapos mo agad yung mga task. Tapos if natapos mo yung task, manhingi ka ng task. So para matutuwa si client. So therefore, there are tendency na ikikip ka ni client. Like me, sabi ko nga na magiging 4 years na ako sa client nito, nitong Australia ko, at madami na akong na-provide at madami na akong na-provide sa personal ko at to my family, to my family, marami na akong na-provide. So that's why, ano lang, time management lang para ano ka pa ni client, para ma-retain ka pa ni client. And number three is tech proficiency. This tech proficiency is actually I'm pertaining these two tools like yung software. Kasi every business nowadays kasi we are rather paid yung software subscription. Like yung sa amin, ginagamit na sa amin is familiar ako na software is NetSuite software for financial transactions, and also Zero software, na-experience ko na yan. Alam ko na paano gamitin yung Zero software, except yung sa QuickBooks kasi hindi ko pa na-experience. Tapos sa Dex software, in terms of the credit card reconciliation, yan yung software na ginagamit ko. Tapos yung software na yan, it's actually paid by the client. Well, don't worry. So kailangan mo lang mag-search ka. Like for example, if you want to be your niche is same with me in finance or accounting or bookkeeper. Ito yung mga tools na kailangan mo siyang i-research mo na siya. I-research mo na siya sa Google. Kasi ito lang naman top 3, Zero, QuickBooks, and NetSuite software. And also, may some clients din na nagagamit ng Zip at tapos DV transaction. Yung DV naman, DV software naman is credit card. Ito yung platform na ginagamit for reconciliation for credit card. And also Dex for credit card. So anyway, yan lang naman yung kailangan mo. I-research mo, di ba yung sample yung, ano pa yung niche mo? Like for me, for example na lang for me, para mas easier kong ma-explain sa'yo. Like for me is nasa finance ako. Ano ba yung mga ginagamit nila sa finance? It's of course yung base na ano ko sa mga experience ko ng 5 years is ito lang yung ginagamit talaga. Yung nabanggit ko na Zero, QuickBooks, and NetSuite, Oracle. So yun, kailangan mo na sang research, advanced research, at least familiar ka para during the interview, maisabi mo kay client, I already done some research for these accounting tools, and I'm really willing to learn and really willing to learn to new platform that you've been using. So something like that na lang para at least na-feel ni client na really ano ka, enthusiast ka talaga or willingness ka talaga makuha itong role na to. So yun lang. Number 3, I hope that clear. Number 4 is a problem solving. In a problem solving, like a quick adaptability to client requests or technical issues, build trust or long-term partnership. Hindi ito talaga yung pinaka everyday maraming problema talaga naka-encounter sa finance. Everyday may disputes on how you reconcile the disputes of the supplier, reconciliations for the credit card, if there's no receipt, how you code that, how you will code that transactions, anything, or there's an invoice or transactions, how will you code that invoice, something like that. You will need to be since nag-graduate ka na ng since nag-graduate ako ng accounting, I have basic background sa accounting. So at least I know the basic. So I hope same to you. Same to you. Kailangan mo alamin yung basic. So at also kung paano mo siya i-resolve before ka mag-take ng actions, pag-iisipan mo muna kung paano mag-take ng actions. Kailangan mag-isipan muna before ka mag-ask. Kailangan mong i-maximize muna sa end mo before asking the client. Huwag kang mag-rely agad, oh, hindi ko to alam. Of course, do the research kasi nowadays is yung high-tech na talaga is very na. Iba na talaga. Unlike nung dati is very talaga, walang Google pa, hindi pa uso yung Google that time. So yeah, very can access naman easily nowadays. So kayang-kaya mo yan. And lastly is confidentiality. Like if there is a document na kailangan na hindi i-share, kasi what if malaman ni client, don't share that don't share that documents. Wag mong I think mas keep na lang doon sa ni client folder. So yan lang naman yung pinaka I think that you will need to learn yung essentials if you want to become a virtual assistant. Ito yung pinaka most especially talaga ng kailangan that I think ito yung mga most ina-apply ko day to day basis naman in order for me to retain the client. So third slide is finding your niche. As I mentioned earlier, yes, finding your niche. Kung graduate ka ng like let's say na lang is kasi ako ay graduated, di ba? I graduate accounting technology and also Bachelor of Science Accountancy. So it's more on the financial transactions ako. Reconciliation of the financial transactions. Let's say ano na lang. Let's say sales. Sige, let's say sales na lang or ano pa yung mga niche na kailangan. Sige, stick na lang tayo sa sa niche ko para mas madali kong ma-explain for you. So, of course, kung wala ka pang niche na naiisip, dapat mag-isip ka, dapat inline sa kung ano yung natapos mo. Ano ba yung natapos mo? Dapat yun ang magiging niche mo. Kasi bakit? Kasi doon mismo yung basic. Alam mo mismo yung basic. At least parang na lang siya, wrap up na lang yung mga afterwards na lang yung mga information na ibibigay ng client. Something like that na lang. So, kailangan mo, I highly suggest, if mag-ano ka ng niche, wala namang bayad ng rest. Mag-take a rest ka ng ibang, like for example, graduated an accountancy, tapos gusto mo mag-shift to sales, marketing, or IT. Wala naman. It's up to you na lang. It's up to you. Pero for me lang, sa personal opinion is, I think, kung ano yung niche mo, mag-stick ka na lang dun sa kung ano yung nag-graduate mo para mas at least mas aware ka yung basic. Pero of course, wala namang sabi ko, wala ngang bayad if mag-take a rest ka. If there's something, if magra-rest ka, you expect that the scenario. So yun lang naman. So yun lang naman dito yung finding your niche. Kasi ito yung pinaka-useful talaga before you can get a client. So yun, I hope that clear. So thank you so much. Okay, next slides. Pang-apat slides na tayo. So there are 3 slides na lang remaining. So yeah. Okay, ito na yung pinaka-exciting part. Finding clients. Yay! Okay. I think bibilangin ko nga kung ilan na yung US client ko. Sure. 9 months, di ba, yung pinakamatagal ko na US clients? Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, at ikalamin na ata to, if I'm not mistaken. Yung matagal lang, yung Pinaka-short term lang doon is hindi ako nag 1 month, yung accountant role ako. Super walang walang yung reason doon, accountant ako, is yung reason doon, walang official training, walang nagti-training, sariling sikap ko, at saka yung ano ni client, yung attitude ni client, hindi ko kaya. Hindi ko kaya yung attitude ni client. Super talaga. Hindi ko ate yung attitude niya. So, yeah. Naka 5 years na ako at saka Australia 2, tapos yung pinakamatagal is magpo 4 years na ako. So, sa kanya. So, yan. Ito yung pinaka-exciting. Listen carefully. Okay. There I prepare for that I think hindi ko na dinami. Hindi ko na dinami. And ilalagay ko na lang sa descriptions yung mga platform na pwede mong mag-applyan. It's up to you if hindi ka busy. It's up to you if hindi ka busy. So, kailangan i-maximize mo yon, hanap ka doon. Pero ito lang yung pinaka-ano ko, pinaka-top ko, pinaka-top na platform ko is networking. Ito yung mga platform. Ito yung platform kung saan makakahanap ka ng client. One is dito ako nagsimula yung join VE Facebook groups. Dito ako nagsimula. Dito ko nahanap yung first client ko. Tapos LinkedIn. Tapos or freelance platform like Upwork or Fiverr. Yung Fiverr hindi ko pa hindi ako diyan na mostly nagtatambay. Dito sa Upwork, ito yung mismo yung marami din yung client compared dito sa LinkedIn. Kasi yung sa LinkedIn naman, madaming mga posting, yes, pero mas more on frequent nagre-respond dito sa Upwork. Pero mahal lang sa Upwork kasi may bidding kasi sa Upwork. Recently lang yan, last year ata if I'm not mistaken or last year lang kasi may bidding sila. So ito lang before kasi walang bidding si Upwork. So dito lang ito yung pinakamahirap sa Upwork kasi may bidding. Kasi like for example, if you are applying as an accountant, tapos yung nag-apply na is 50. Tapos bidding yan eh, yung coins binibili mo siya. So it's really costly talaga. Costly talaga. So number 2, cold pitching. So ito yung email business align with your niche, highlighting how to solve their pain points. So yes, ito yung number 2, yung kailangan mo siyang 'di ba sabi ko kung gusto mo mag-MBA, kailangan mong malaman kung ano ba yung niche mo para if in case if there's an issue or kailangan ma-resolve, at least alam mo yung basic, 'di ba? Konti na lang yung uh, what does it mean? Konti na lang yung something i-research mo kasi may basic knowledge ka, something like that. Yeah. And number three, dapat hindi siya number 3. Yung testimonials, dapat yung number 3 is marketing. So, okay, let's proceed to marketing kasi itong testimonials, pinaka-last part na to. Okay, let's marketing. Use blogs, SEO or paid ads o to attract organic traffic and establish authority. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa Upwork, such as like Upwork, nagpi-paid ako ng yung coins para lang mabid ako, para lang mapansin ni client. Kasi pag mataas yung bidding mo, ikaw nagra-rank kasi siya eh. Nagra-rank 1, rank 2. Kung mataas yung bidding mo, rank 1, kung sino yung pinakamataas na bidding, yun siya yung magra-rank. So that means yung attention ni client doon na mismo sa mataas yung bidding. So yun, kailangan mo if hindi ka maging successful dito sa networking, ha? If hindi ka magiging successful sa networking, ito yung pinaka next ito yung pinaka next gagawin mo, magpe-paid ka. Siyempre para siyang investment naman, 'di ba? Paano tayo mag-start ng business if wala tayong ini-invest na something? Yeah, something that we need to pay, something like that na ilinalabas. So ito na naman is yung pinaka-last, dapat ito yung fourth, sorry for the error. Testimonials, build credibility by collecting reviews from initial clients or offering free sessions. Guys, I highly suggest na wag kayong magbayad ng mga course diyan sa mga Facebook. Kasi nowadays is marami ng mga resources sa YouTube. Pwede ka manood sa YouTube. Yes, pwede kang manonood how to become like this. Hindi ba? Hindi ka nababayad. Libre ka lang dito manonood at sa mga tips na binibigay ko. Based on my experience, at least alam mo, at least may idea ka na, oh, ganito pala, paano? Yes, ganyan. So, yan. Okay, pang-limang slides. So, dalawa na lang slides are remaining. So, tools and resources. Ito yung sinasabi ko earlier. Productivity apps, use toggle or for-time tracking. Sorry, dapat, okay, wait lang. Tracking Canva for design. Ito yung Canva naman is, hindi ko to ginagamit. Ay, na ano ko lang yung Canva, in-include ko yung Canva design kasi it's really, ano talaga, mas madali, mas okay yung Canva for designing if you're a graphic artist. Yung Canva for designing is really helpful for you. Sa spreadsheet, for spreadsheet for formulas, ito yung ginagamit ko for formulas such as like yung landed cost calculation, if may discrepancy the invoices, mas mabilis ako ayoko mag-manual calculation eh. So every time na may discrepancy, ay linalagay ko sa spreadsheet para mas mabilis yung calculation. Hindi na ako mag-type-type. Tapos Clockify. Ang Clockify naman, ito yung ito lang yung time tracker na progress mo. Free lang siya, wala siyang bayad. Ito yung, if like for example, if you get a client, hopefully, ipakuha ng client, itong Clockify na to is parang timesheet siya. Yes, parang timesheet siya na everyday, hey, ito yung progress ko, something. Tapos may ano pa siya, may parang hierarchy, something. Parang ano siya, parang, oh my God, I lost my mind. Parang ano siya, like, organize organize siya yung Clockify. Makikita mo siya yung hours, how many hours, your everyday. Tapos by task, kikita mo. Free lang siya. You can easily access naman yung Clockify. Walang bayad. If magbabayad ka for upgrade, kung gusto mo mag-upgrade, pero for ano lang, for timesheet, walang bayad. Tapos learning platforms, on the Coursera, or YouTube, offer free, di ba? Yung YouTube sabi ko, slash paid courses to upskills. Ito yung sabi ko is paid course to upskills naman is um ito yung mga ano, dapat hindi ko na paid course to upskills is ito pwede na lang natin sabihin yung nagbabayad tayo ng subscription kasi 'di ba sabi ko wag tayong magbayad ng mga courses sa mga Facebook. Disregard mo na lang yung paid courses. Dapat manood ka na lang sa YouTube. I highly suggest kung wala kang pera, Pero kung gusto mo mag-paid courses, it's up to you naman yung mga certification, yung mga software, it's up to you. Pwede naman siya, kaya in-include ko siya, it's up to you. Pwede naman kung marami kang extra money. So, yun. And, nasaan tayo? Community support, engage in the forums of masterminds for mentorship. Yes, for mentorship, doon sa such as sa Facebook, yun. Mag-join ka sa mga Facebook group, baka may mga posting doon. Tapos, mga advice, pieces of advice, yun. Tapos finance tools, ito yung Zero, ito yung sorry. Ito yung Zero software, ito yung Zero, yung binadgate ko na software, finance tools, na kailangan mong malaman if gusto mo yung niche mo sa finance, sa bookkeeping or sa bookkeeping, tapos sa finance, yes, sa finance sabi. Ito yung mga tools na talagang ginagamit. Tax QuickBooks or Rebels manage invoices, expenses, taxes efficiency. So ito yung kailangan mong malaman sa mag-research ka, sa research mo. Tapos, okay, pan-six slides, second to the last. Next step is growth. Okay. Ito na yon kailangan natin yung um, client retention, 'di ba sabi ko naging 4 years na ako because ginagalingan ko. So kailangan mo siyang set mo yung expectation ni client. Kailangan mo every task talaga, wag kang papitiks-pitiks. Lahat ng gagawin mo, magpabibo ka sa client, ligawan mo si client para kang manliligaw kay client. Tapos be kind ka always sa client. para mas high possibility of retentions. Always lang be humble lang, huwag kang bratanila. So yan. And upskills regularly, yeah, stay updated, industry trends. Tapos wag kang, like for example, if you get a client, wag kang kuha ka ng part-time dyan para if in case may new software si client, ay surely naman may ibang software. So at least new learnings yun, di ba? So yun. Tapos ay diversity income daw, hindi na natin siya include kasi bago ka pa lang, wag natin siyang include. So pinaka-last part na ng presentation ko, ito yung email na kung paano ka mag-email kay client. For example, if you saw or see Facebook hiring doon sa group, tapos may email address na pinobide, ito yung format na ginagamit ko, yung pag-i-email ko talaga. Unang-una, maggawa ka ng introductory video. Nakikita mo ito dito? Ito, nakikita mo yung cursor ng mouse ko. Tapos yung CV mo. Sa CV naman yung format, you can email me. Ito yung email address ko. You can email me. Send ko sa yung kung paano yung CV format naman. Ito yung email, yung format ng email. Role, tapos name mo. Dito sa taas, kita mo role, tapos name mo. Like for example, mag-apply ka ng accountant. Ito yung role, tapos yung name mo, tapos silos, something like that, i-ano mo, na graduate ka, something like that, wala kang experience, i-disregard, sabihin mo lang, happy to learn, really anxious to learn something, new informations, something like that na lang. Sabi ko dito, I'm passionate about the field of accounting. I'm always eager to learn and grow professionally. I've nearly 5 years of experience working in an accounting firm, including 3 years in specializing in Australian accounting and 2 years in US accounting. Hindi ko na siya na-update, magiging 4 years na ako sa Australia. And actively seeking opportunities, would love to bring my expertise to your team. So something like that, blah blah. Here my skills tip. Wag na yung ilagay mo yung address. It's not necessary. Age is not necessary. Kaya linagay ko yung Philippines. It because most especially majority of the client Philippines sila kumukuha kasi Filipino talaga is really hardworking. Tapos it's really nice working with the Filipino people community talaga. Yes, kaya you know what, sa pinakamatagal ko na kalahin, which is magpo 4 years na ako. Ako yung pinaka-pioneer sa kanila. Before sila mag-hire ng Pilipino, ako yung pinakaunang in-hire nila remotely. Yes. Kaya ginawa ko agad, doing my best ko talaga, hindi ko yung pinalampas na opportunity. Kaya look at me now, 4 years na ako sa kanila. 'Di ba? Yun lang gagawin mo. Kaya nilagay ko yung Philippines. Highlight natin yung country natin na really proud naman tayo, di ba? Na really, we're really hardworking naman. We're not taken for granted. Ayun. Tapos, next naman, yung age, hindi siya necessary, ha? Tapos, next naman, here are my case skills, include ano yung skills mo. For me, ito yung mga skills ko, accounts payable and accounts receivable, account reconciliation, bank and credit card reconciliation, landed cost, invoice entry, resolving customer and supplier issues, customer payment allocation, and payroll, email management, both AP and ER, and BAS and IAS. BAS and IAS, this is tax nila. Tax dun sa sa Australia. Tapos checking supplier statement to ensure they have been paid, something yan lang. Tapos sa next ko, I also have necessary knowledge of the following accounting software para ano mo na siya. Ano mo na i-showcase na sa kanila kung ano yung alam mo. Ayun. Wag na yung mga personal details, name lang tsaka ikaw sa to basta wag na lang yung age, keme-keme dun sa mga yun sa mga CV na before na ginagamit natin, hindi na yun applicable nowadays. Dapat skills mo, tapos software, ilang years ka na, something like that. If you are new pa lang, don't worry kasi nag-uumpisa ka pa lang. So, yeah, basta i-showcase mo yung skills mo na you're happy and willing to learn naman. Tapos I've also necessary knowledge of the following accounting software: Smart UI Invoice Automation, NetSuite Oracle, Xero, Dex Software, SIP, DV. Ito yung mga software na alam ko. Something like that, blah, blah, blah. So yun lang. Dapat yung signature mo, lagyan mo siya, best regards. Ito yung professional, gawa ka ng professional email. professional email. And of course, i-attach mo yung CV pa din, yung PDF. And don't forget yung name ng PDF is um, ano, CV slash your name, last name. Wag yung ano ha, wag yung kailangan i-rename mo yung PDF ha. Don't be professional everything na mag-email ka kay client. So yun lang I think. Yeah, thank you so much. Ay ito yan. Yes, yun lang. Ito lang yung masi-share ko. Tapos bali ilalagay ko na lang yung mga platform na pwede mong pag-applyan. Yes, kung marami kang time. Pero yung mina-suggest ko is yung doon sa Facebook group, which is doon ako nagsimula ha. Doon ako nagsimula, doon ako nakahanap ng una kong client. Tapos sa Indeed, LinkedIn, Upwork. Kung marami kang pera, pwede kang mag-paid sa Upwork ng bidding, magbi-bid ka. So yun lang. I hope you've learned this. Thank you so much. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I really appreciate. And bye for now. See you on my next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.